Hello everyone, World Rocket Health is here with you from gorgeous planet Earth, from Istanbul, Turkey, right now. This is the 10th Awakening Anniversary video series, commemorating a whole decade of spiritual growth. This time 10 years ago I underwent a near-death experience which very quickly transmigrated into the most profound spiritual awakening I have ever had. Since that time, my third eye opened, and I have downloaded many powerful lessons from the universe and from my own inner experience in this day-to-day reality. I continue to learn so much, but I want to specifically share what I've learned throughout 10 years of spiritual growth so that I can hopefully inspire and uplift and empower other people to also become their greatest versions. Today is part 18. Self-sabotage or upper limit. Self-sabotage is the act of deliberately ruining a streak of good energy or positive progress that you are making in your life. It's something that you do to yourself, particularly when things are going very, very well indeed. For example, if you've been hitting all your targets, you've been meeting all of your deadlines, you've been producing great results with any pieces of art that you've been working on if you're a painter, or you've been successfully recording that great music idea, but then you do something to kind of bring the energy of that feeling down. Maybe you retreat into past habits, such as smoking a cigarette, drinking alcohol, engaging in unhealthy sexual behaviours which drain rather than enhance your energy. In extreme cases, maybe you'll take drugs or self-harm or anything of that sort. And we all do this to some extent or the other. Every single person, to varying degrees, self-sabotages. Some of us do it mildly, and others do it in a more extreme way. And why do we do this? It doesn't really make sense, right? Like, why, when things are going so well in our lives, when we're having the best time, when we're feeling great, why would we deliberately do something to mess it up? It doesn't really make sense. We all love feeling great. Why would we want to ruin that? The answer is very simple, really. Gay Hendricks discusses this in his book. He calls self-sabotage the upper limit problem. And he touches on something very important, which is that a lot of us, we are carrying childhood trauma, we're carrying wounds, we're carrying unresolved issues in ourselves, which come to the surface. The ego is talking negatively to us from that place of trauma, and it always, without fail, comes up when we're feeling really great. If we haven't resolved those issues, then no matter how good we feel, eventually that unhealed trauma is going to come up in the form of the ego and bring you back down to either rock bottom or to a level of being which is more what the ego is used to, what the trauma is used to handling. So how can we deal with this? How can we stop self-sabotaging? It's easy to say, oh, just don't self-sabotage, just notice yourself doing it and stop doing it. And yes, that is a very powerful first step. Noticing that is a self-sabotage. Noticing that this behavior that you're engaging in is deliberately deflecting your attention away from the good feeling that you've been riding. But also, this is a perfect time to go within. And to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I feel I need this right now? Why do I feel I need to engage in this destructive habit? And eventually you are going to get to the source of it, which is always going to be some sort of trauma or some sort of pain, some sort of hardship which you've been avoiding. The self-talk that goes to our head can be sometimes very powerful. And even after we've achieved a lot in life, even after we've done a lot of work on our traumas, we are still inevitably going to hear negative self-talk voices. But through becoming aware of them, through really feeling, through bodily meditation, through just focusing on the parts of our body which are hurt, we can change the relationship we have to that negative self-talk voice. Once we've done the inner work, once we've just paid attention to those voices, those traumatic voices, we just need to be heard, we just need to be listened to. When they talk to us again in the future, we will be able to just watch them talk, listen to them with an open heart, acknowledge their presence. Okay, the negative self-talk is telling me I'm no good, I'm not worthy, I'm in a terrible place right now. Acknowledge it, accept it, and then go back to feeling that great feeling or doing that which brought you the most joy in that moment. I hope that helps. Take it step by step. If you even manage to reduce your self-sabotaging behaviours from, let's say, an hour a day of engaging in the self-sabotage to half an hour, be proud of yourself for reducing that time. Be proud of yourself for accomplishing that. You know, it's something which all of us face, even the most successful people on the planet. There have been documented cases of wealthy celebrities, celebrity couples who, they have all the accolades, they get all the starring roles. They don't only have money and fame and success, but they constantly have their fans and their agents and their peers telling them how awesome and great and powerful they are. And these are the people that still fall into this trap. So none of us are immune to it. It's a part of human nature, but it can be changed, While we'll never be able to eliminate negative voices, we can stop acting on them by honouring those voices and allowing them to be heard without indulging in the behaviour that it's signalling towards. So give it its voice, give it its due. Don't act on the impulse that it's trying to drive you towards. And if you do, try to become self-conscious as quickly as you can within it and pull yourself out of it. And just remind yourself, you managed to feel so good that whole day without needing this pattern, without needing it. Therefore, you've already proven to yourself that you don't need that to be happy. And this is a piece of advice for myself as for anyone who happens to be watching this video. This has been Wild Rocket Health with you from beautiful planet Earth. Japan, UK, United Arab Emirates, now Turkey. Where to next? Cheers, guys. Thank you.